Hello, it's Tristan here from PropertyToolkit. Today I just want to run through and show you how you can find the full property address of a listing or an advert on Zoopla. This could be quite useful if you're trying to target a vendor or get in touch with someone, maybe with a creative property investment strategy, or somewhere where you simply haven't managed to book a viewing. And I know this could be where you found a dream property and you want to send them a letter in the post, or it could be where a video viewing isn't available at the moment with COVID-19, or if you simply just want to be able to get in touch with people and work out that property address. Most agents don't advertise this, as it's obviously they've tried to find that property in that deal and they don't want people to kind of go around the back end. So what I'd always say, if you do find any deals or get anything done this way, always make sure you pay the estate agent, even just to say thank you for advertising and getting that deal to them. They'll always be grateful for you doing it, and it looks far better than trying to cut people out, which just isn't the game. So here we're going to head in to Zoopla. I'm just going to put in Southampton, which is where I'm based. I'm going to look for houses, and I'm going to look for something that's got at least 4 bedrooms. So up it comes, a selection of houses already, and this is what you would expect to see. I'm just going to open a few of these into a new tab, and there's 2 ways you can do this. Either you can right click and click open a new tab, or you can, as I do here, is I press the control button and I'll be clicking to open new tabs quite quickly. So I've got a selection of properties open there, all the different kind of price ranges. And I'm just going to wait for one to load. Here we go. And I'll show you how we can do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open up Notepad. You can use, say, a spreadsheet or whatever else you'd like to be able to record the addresses, but you just need to be able to keep hold of the information as you work through it. So this is a property on Swaything, Southampton in SO117. It looks like a bit of a doer-upper. But you can see there, that's obviously a bit of a mess actually. But anyway, that's the property that we're looking at, and we've got part of the address here. So the first thing I want is to get the rest of the postcode for the property. So this is where I'm going to get a little bit nerdy, but hopefully you can follow. So what I want you to do is right-click anywhere on the page, and then you'll have this little section come up. And we're going to click View Source. View page source. And what this does, this brings up all of the code that is used to be able to demonstrate and show you everything that makes up that web page. And what we're going to do is, when it all loads, which it has now, is we're then just going to click on the drop down in the top of your browser. There's a little button on the top right hand side that you can click, and then we'll go down to Find. The other way of doing this is, if you want to shortcut it, is you can just press Control S at the same time with your keyword. And now what we're going to do is search for incode. So I didn't realise this till recently, but a postcode is made of 2 parts. Your outcode is going to be the first part of it, like SO15, and then your incode is the last half of it. So in this case, 3TL. So there we go. By doing that, I've now managed to find the full postcode of the property. So we've now got Swaything, Southampton, Hampshire. The other bit here is Swaything is actually an area, it's not a property address. So what we need to do is find out the full, the actual address of it. So looking here, I've just clicked onto Map View, and I can see that's on Harrison Road. So there you go. Road, Swaything. So we're getting a little bit closer. As we come down, we can have a look to see if there's any other information that's provided. So sometimes there'll be an EPC link, sometimes there'll be a brochure, but sometimes, which is rather good, which is what they've done here, they've given us the last sold data. So if we head over to Zoopla again, I've just got this Zoopla again here, and what you can do is click on house prices. Then that loads up this page, and then what we're going to do is we're going to enter in the postcode of the property that we were just looking at. And that's just going to open up the postcode. And then here we've got the last sold price, which is £165,000. So either you can go through the whole page and work out where the £165,000 is, Or using the process I just taught you, where you use the find function, you could then just type in 165 to find the property. And then if there's a match, then it'll turn around and highlight the match and show it's there. And then we're just looking at July 2003. And here we're looking to see that says July 2003. So what you can also do to confirm that this is the correct address, 95 Harrison Road, is we can just scroll down and you can see it's currently for sale. So we've managed to find the right property address for that property. So that's one way of finding it. Let's head on to another, and hopefully a different way of doing it. Here what you can do is you can see that there's a property there. It's a really boring way of doing it. You can simply click the photo, it says the property, and then what we're going to do is, I imagine it's this middle one, you can just click on the photo, and I can see there in my photo it says it's number 22. So that's just using the photo of the property, and then 22 Cloudflare Drive, Southampton. And then if we go back a step, if you then did the same way that I said before, where you've right-clicked the page, clicked View Page Source. That's just loading. Hopefully one will load and we'll be able to have a look in a second. It's just taking its time. So what you can also do here is it's giving you an EPC. So you click on that EPC. Here you go, that's just loading now. My browser's just loaded for the back, so I can just search for incode. There you go, so that's 3GU. If you didn't manage to find a door number on this one, where it had the EPC, it's also got number 22 on there. And then if this one's got anything else, it's also got a brochure link by the looks of things. This is just linking straight to Purple Bricks. And it's not giving us the door number, but it is giving us a postcode on it. And then they've also given us the last sold data, so you could use the same process you did in the last one. So here what I've just managed to look at is we've managed to now work out how we can easily find the postcodes on Zoopla, how we can use the sold data to find the full property address, and how we can use brochures and photos to be able to find a property address. So that's a quick and easy way to be able to find them. As you can see, we've just spent about 7 minutes or so finding 2 property addresses. That's a fairly time-consuming process if you're looking to do direct to vendor or something where it's a little bit more creative. The other way you can also do it is if you were using PropertyToolkit. We've managed to reverse engineer and automate most of these processes. So what's happening is when you've got a property that's on the market for sale, we're actually picking up those addresses and those details for you. So then you could give the agent a call and say, hey, I've already got this property. You can do the research before you call them, or you could put a letter in the post to that property to see if you can help them out. And a prime example right here is 9 Earlswater Avenue. And this is where you can see it's on with 2 different estate agents. It's been on the market for almost 3 months with one, and now with 35 days with the other. That also gives you links to the brochures if there is one available, just to make the whole process really easy. This one might be a good example. It gives you a brochure and that just links in, but it automatically does it all for you. So if you were just looking through to find a property in your area and you're looking for something that's for sale, we could just simply search for that. And then we've then got all of these properties now coming up, and you can see it's coming up with the property addresses where they're all available and giving that data ready to you. So you haven't had to spend any time whatsoever doing this. So I hope that video has been really helpful in explaining how you can find full property addresses on Zoopla. We actually have reverse engineered it to be able to also work out the rental property addresses where possible as well. That's a completely different story, and it's really hard work to be able to do, but we've done that. So if you'd like to take a look at PropertyToolkit and you think that could be useful, head over to propertytoolkit.net. If you'd like to subscribe below. If you'd like to click the like button, please do. Thank you very much.